Welcome. What you're about to hear isn't just another self-help talk or motivational story. This is something deeper, a complete restart, a reset for your mind, your emotions, your habits, and your entire life. Maybe right now you feel lost. Maybe you're tired, broken, or stuck in the same place for too long. Maybe you've lost hope or wasted time you can never get back. But this, right now, is your turning point. We're not waiting for the perfect plan or perfect motivation. We're going to fix your life today, not someday, not next month, today. How? Through 12 real, powerful, and practical steps. These steps aren't made to inspire you for 5 minutes and disappear. They're designed to rebuild what's been broken, to calm the pain, to clear your mind, and give you control again. If you're learning English, this will help you twice as much. Every word is simple, clear, and easy to follow. You'll improve your English while improving your life. So listen carefully, watch slowly, repeat if you need to. Don't skip any part. Every step connects to the next. Every word is part of your new beginning. And if something in this message changes even a small part of you, subscribe. Because this isn't just about watching videos, it's about transformation, your transformation. Let's begin. Step 1. Ask yourself the hardest question. Before you change anything, you must face the truth. Ask yourself, what's not working in my life right now? I don't mean what annoys you or what made you upset today. I mean, what part of your life feels broken? What feels out of control? What quietly steals your peace every single day? Most people don't fix their lives because they never ask the right question. They try to fix their mood, their habits, or their energy, but not the real issue underneath. Until you ask the right question, you'll keep giving yourself the wrong answer. You'll say, I'm just tired when you're really heartbroken. You'll say, I'm lazy when you're actually overwhelmed. You'll say, I don't care when you're really afraid to fail again. Here's the truth. You can't fix your life unless you're honest about what's truly broken. Let me tell you about Ethan. Ethan wakes up late every day. He scrolls his phone first thing in the morning. He skips breakfast, rushes to work, comes home tired, eats junk food, watches YouTube until 2 a.m., then does it all again. He keeps saying, I need to fix my sleep. I need to stop using my phone. I need to eat better. But the real problem isn't his sleep or his phone. It's deeper. He feels his life has no meaning. That's the crack in his foundation. So one day, Ethan does something different. He turns off his phone. He sits alone in silence. He takes a piece of paper and writes one question. What's not working in my life? And he just sits there. No distractions, no noise. At first, nothing comes. Then slowly, the truth appears. I'm lonely. I'm not proud of myself. I don't respect the life I'm living. That's the moment change begins, when you finally face the truth. So now it's your turn. Take a notebook or open a blank note on your phone. Write the question, what's not working in my life? Be completely honest. No one is watching. Write everything that comes to mind. Are you living a life that doesn't feel like yours? Are you still holding pain from the past? Are you scared to dream because you've failed before? Are you wasting time to avoid your thoughts? The more honest you are, the more powerful this step becomes. Your life is like a house. You can paint the walls, change the furniture, buy flowers, but if the foundation is cracked, it will always fall apart. This first step is about finding that hidden crack, facing it, owning it, and deciding. This ends today, because when you face the truth, that's the moment your new life begins. After every battle, the sword becomes dirty, scratched, and stained with blood. But when a warrior wants to know if the blade is still strong and straight, he doesn't test it by cutting or guessing. He lifts it toward the light and looks at its reflection. That reflection tells the truth. If it's bent, the warrior knows it won't cut. If it's cracked, it could break. If it's dull, it needs sharpening. The sword never speaks, but its reflection reveals everything. You are that warrior, and your mirror is your truth. Every day you fight invisible battles against time, fear, anxiety, comparison, and doubt. And the face you see in the mirror shows exactly how those battles are going. You can't rebuild your life until you face the person holding the sword. That person is you. It's simple, but not easy. Stand in front of a mirror. No music, no filters, no distractions, just silence. Look into your eyes, not your face, not your hair, your eyes. Hold your stare, don't look away, don't speak yet. Let yourself feel everything you've been running from. The guilt, the failures, the wasted time, the broken promises. Feel it all. Don't escape it, because that's where transformation begins. Then speak to yourself. The words you say to yourself are more powerful than anything you'll ever hear from others. Say them slowly, clearly, truthfully. I know I've failed, but I'm not a failure. I've lied to myself, but I choose honesty now. I've been weak, but I'm ready to be strong. I accept who I've been, but I'm not staying here. I still have time. I still have breath. That means I still have power. This isn't some magic trick or fake positivity. It's a declaration of war against the version of you that lives in fear, regret, or laziness. When you look at yourself and speak the truth, your brain wakes up. You move from autopilot to awareness. You stop being the victim of your mind and become its commander. Your words become real. They turn into commands, not wishes. Your brain hears your voice and believes, this is happening. This is now. That's the start of change. If you skip this, you'll keep pretending. You'll keep collecting advice, but never acting on it. This step removes the mask. It reconnects you with the most important person in your life, yourself. Because if you can't look yourself in the eyes and speak with power, you'll always wait for someone else to give you permission to feel worthy. So do it now. Go to your mirror or open your front camera. Set a timer for 3 minutes. No background noise. Just stare into your eyes and say, this is the last day I lie to myself. I'm ready to rebuild. I am not who I was yesterday. Starting now, I will become someone I respect. Say it slowly, even if you feel nothing at first. Keep going. You're not just changing how you look, you're changing who's behind those eyes. Once you can face yourself honestly, you've already done what most people never will. The mirror is not your enemy. It's your first friend in healing. It shows you what others can't see. Your fear, your strength, your desire to fight. Use it. Because the day you start talking to the mirror is the day you stop begging the world to talk back to you. Step 4. Win the hour battle. Most people wake up wanting to change their entire life, but by midday, they're already tired and distracted. Why? Because they try to control 24 hours at once. Real change doesn't start with a day, it starts with one single hour. Think of a dead forest. Thousands of lifeless trees, silent and dark. You can't bring it back to life in one day. You can't plant thousands of trees at once. So what do? You pick one spot. You clear it. You plant one seed, and you protect it with everything you have for 1 hour. Your mind is that forest. This hour is your seed. Choose 1 hour today. Eliminate distractions. Focus on one meaningful task. Protect your attention like it's sacred. That hour isn't for scrolling or replying, it's for building. What matters isn't what you do, it's how you do it. With full attention, discipline, and intention. When you finish that hour, something powerful happens. You start believing in yourself again. Not because someone told you to, but because you proved to yourself that you can win. Here's how to win the hour. Pick a time. Set it now. Make it sacred. Choose one single task, just one. Clean one room. Write one page. Study one topic. Turn off your phone completely. Set a timer for 60 minutes. Begin. Stay focused. When the timer ends, don't post it. Don't tell anyone. Just breathe and say to yourself, I won my first battle today. That's the beginning of transformation. Winning 1 hour resets your relationship with time, energy, and self-worth. Time isn't your enemy. Your phone isn't your enemy. Even your emotions aren't. The real enemy is the belief that you can't control your own life. You don't need to win the whole year today. Just win 1 hour. Then tomorrow, win 2. One day, you'll look back and realize you rebuilt your entire life 1 hour at a time. Step 5. Write it, burn it, let it die. Some versions of you must die before the new you can rise. Inside your mind are old files, memories, emotions, and stories. Some are beautiful, others are poison. Those toxic thoughts whisper quietly, you're not enough, you'll fail again. These whispers have lived in your head for years. You can't build a strong life with that noise. You must destroy it. Imagine a mirror once clear and shining, now covered in dust and smoke. You want to see your true reflection, but you can't until you clean it. Writing and burning are your tools for cleaning. Take a piece of paper, write down every dark thought you carry, the pain, guilt, regrets, and lies. Don't edit or censor. Just let it pour out. Then read it once, quietly, alone, and burn it safely. Watch the paper turn to ash. Watch the old version of you disappear. When you write, you remove pain from your mind and give it form. When you burn it, you tell your brain, this story is over, and your mind begins to let go, not just emotionally, but physically. If you don't know what to write, start with, I forgive myself for, I hate that I feel shame about, I'm scared that I will always. These words unlock hidden pain so you can release it. Do it today, not later, because sometimes you don't need motivation. You need a funeral for your old life. You can't become a new person while feeding old thoughts. You can't create a new future while carrying dead memories. Burning isn't about fire, it's about freedom. And freedom comes only when you're ready to let go of what no longer serves you. Let it go. Burn it. Begin again. Because after this, you're no longer rebuilding the past. You're creating something brand new. Step 6. Focus on one thing only. In this world, everyone tells you to do more, chase more goals, multitask all day, never stop moving. But the truth is that noise destroys your power. When your attention is divided into 100 small things, your mind becomes like a messy desk. Papers everywhere, no space to think, no room to breathe. You open one tab, then another, until your brain is full, but you've finished nothing. That's not productivity. That's chaos. You don't need more goals. You don't need more motivation tricks. You need focus, pure, simple, powerful focus. The human brain was not made to do everything. It was made to go deep, one thing at a time. Imagine two lights, a flashlight and a laser. A flashlight spreads its light in all directions. It lights up a room, but it can't cut through anything. A laser, though, it focuses all its energy into one narrow beam, sharp enough to cut through steel. That's the difference between a scattered life and a focused one. You are not here to be a flashlight. You are here to become a laser. Every ounce of your energy, your time, your thought, point it toward one meaningful target at a time, because only then will your life begin to move again. When you're working, just work. When you're reading, just read. When you're healing, don't pretend. When you're thinking, don't escape. One thing, one direction, one focus. The reason you feel lost isn't because you're broken, it's because your attention is scattered. Your energy leaks through too many open doors. So today, close the doors. Leave only one open. Walk through it with all your strength. And when you master this, when you train your mind to give full attention to one thing, you become unstoppable. Because focus builds momentum. Momentum builds confidence. And confidence builds a new life. Forget the idea of doing everything. Forget the noise. One thing, done with full focus, will change you more than 100 half-finished efforts ever could. So take a breath, pick your one thing, then give it everything you've got, because that's how you rebuild your life, not by doing more, but by finally doing one thing well. Step 7, rebuild. Don't rush. Real change doesn't happen overnight. It's not a movie moment. It's not fireworks or loud success. It's quiet, slow, patient, like a seed pushing through the soil. When you rebuild yourself, you're not starting from zero. You're starting from experience, from lessons, pain, and survival. The cracks in your past are not weaknesses. They're where the light enters. Every day you show up, even when it's hard, you're proving something to yourself, that you can trust you, that you can keep a promise, that you can rise again. Don't rush the process. Growth takes time. You will have days when you feel strong and days when you feel like quitting. That's normal. The goal isn't to be perfect, it's to be consistent. And remember this, rebuilding is not about becoming who you were before, it's about becoming who you were meant to be. So breathe, walk slowly, win 1 hour, face one fear, forgive one memory, focus on one thing, and keep moving forward, one honest step at a time. Because when you finally look back, you'll see it. You rebuilt your life piece by piece, truth by truth, hour by hour. And the person standing there at the end, that's not the old you fixed. That's the new you, reborn.